Name is Olubukola Enimola. You can also listen to us on live stream via www.radionigeriaibadan.gov.ng or watch us live on Facebook at Premier FM 93.5. Extend the hand of love to the needy as Christians celebrate Christmas. And now the news in detail. The House of Representatives says appropriate corrective measures will be taken in accordance with the law and established parliamentary conventions regarding the tax laws where procedural or administrative refinements are identified. Spokesman of the House, Mr. Akintunde Rotimi, said in a statement that the leadership of the National Assembly has directed the clerk to re-gazette the 4 tax laws passed, both chambers of the National Assembly. Mr. Rotimi assured Nigerians that the Parliament was undertaking a review of the 4 laws in line with the established parliamentary procedures and the 1999 Constitution as amended. The statement notes that the House of Representatives wishes to assure the public that the matters are being addressed strictly within the constitutional and statutory remit of the National Assembly. The review is strictly confined to institutional processes and procedures. It does not constitute, imply, or concede any defect in the exercise of legislative authority by the House of Representatives or the Senate. The presidency has dismissed as false claims suggesting that President Bola Tinubu has replaced his chief of staff, Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila, with his principal private secretary, Mr. Akim Muri Okunola. The special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Ononuga, in a statement described the claim as a fabrication of mischievous purveyors of fake news whose sole aim is to create disharmony within the government. The presidential spokesman emphasized that both officials remain in their respective positions. He said the chief of staff remains in his position and the principal private secretary likewise remains in his role. Mr. Ononuga urged news media to always verify their information before publishing or sharing on social media. Reports of Mr. Gbajabiamila's exit gained traction on social media platforms on Wednesday, with some accounts suggesting an imminent shake-up in the presidency's administrative structure. The pioneer interim national chairman of All Progressives Congress, APC, Chief Bisi Akande, and the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Alhaji Adegboyega Oyetola, have confirmed their commitments to return APC to government in the incoming governorship's election in Osun State. The leaders expressed confidence in the party's victory and declared that its 2026 Osun State Guber candidate, Asiwaju Bola Oyebamiji, would emerge victorious. The APC party leaders made this known during a stakeholders meeting held at the residence of Chief Bisi Akande in Ila-Orogun. In his words, Chief Bisi Akande acknowledged the spirit of unity and oneness that defined the party's organs, which culminated in the seamless and rancor-free governorship primary of the party held recently. Chief Akande expressed confidence in the party's chances to unseat the incumbent president, the incumbent government, and return the Progressive Party to the government come 2026. The former governor of Osun State lauded the national and state leaderships of the party for their commitment and relentless efforts in building a viral and formidable bulwark, saying the party was demonstrated clearly its readiness, capacity, and wherewithal to administer the affairs of the state. Also in his remarks, Minister of Marine and Blue Economy Alhaji Adegboyega Oyetola extolled the party's leadership both at the state and national levels and commended all the leadership aspirants for their unprecedented sportsmanship spirit. The labor unions in Oyo State have commended Governor Seyi Makinde for increasing the proposed gratuity payment from 1.5 billion naira to 3 billion naira for retirees in the state. The union also praised the governor for sustaining the payment of the 13th month salary to workers, describing the gesture as a significant boost of staff welfare. The commendation was contained in a joint statement issued by the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC, Trade Union Congress TUC, and the Joint Negotiating Council JNC. According to the statement, the increase in gratuity reflects Governor Makinde's strong commitment to the welfare of retirees across the state. It describes the decision as magnanimous and worker-friendly, noting that it would ease the financial burden faced by retired civil servants. The statement adds that such policies have contributed to industrial peace and stability in the state's public service. The unions further noted that the 13th month salary has been paid for the 7th consecutive time under the current administration. The leadership reaffirmed its appreciation of Governor Makinde's leadership and expressed confidence in his continued commitment to workers' welfare and industrial harmony in Oyo State. The wife of the governor of Oyo State, Chief Tamino Minini Makinde, has advised mothers to have proper care of newborn babies because they are God's gift bestowed on them. She made the call during the Christmas Day visit to the General Hospital Oyo, Afin Primary Health Care Center, and Isheke Primary Health Care Center, where she presented Christmas gifts to the first babies born this Christmas. Chief Makinde encouraged the mothers to ensure proper immunization, exclusive breastfeeding, and regular visits to postnatal clinics, stressing that postnatal care provides support and assists mothers, especially in addressing postnatal depression. She described childbirth as a priceless and exceptional gift from God and expressed gratitude for the safe delivery of all mothers and babies, including a set of twins. The first Christmas baby was delivered at 4 o'clock yesterday morning. The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, represented by the Director of Pharmaceutical Services at the Health Service Commission, Mrs. Modupe Bakari, has felicitated with mothers of Christmas babies at General Hospital Ijede Ikorodu. According to post obtained from the Lagos State X account, on the delegation presented gifts to the newborns as well as an inpatient, enforcing the state's government's commitment to maternal and child welfare. She said the gesture underscored the Lagos State government's commitment to maternal and child welfare in the state. Addressing hospital staff, Mrs. Bakari commended the facility for its neatness, orderliness, and well-structured wards, describing the environment as a reflection of strong leadership and a dedicated workforce. She urged staff to embrace the spirit of giving during the festive season, emphasizing that Christmas is about spreading joy and bringing smiles to people's faces. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has assured the people of the state of a seamless, peaceful, and rank-of-fit transfer of power at the end of his second term in 2027. The governor gave the assurance during a Christmas church service at St. James Anglican Church, Iperuremo, in Ikenne local government area, saying his administration is determined to set a historic benchmark by handing over to a successor without acrimony. Governor Abiodun expressed confidence that his administration would finish strong and successfully preside over what he described as the first peaceful transition in the state's history. He attributed the confidence to what he called solid governance, economic growth, and people-centered development recorded since he assumed office. Governor Abiodun noted that his administration has reconstructed over 2,000 schools, recreated jobs, empowered farmers, and attracted new industries across the state, adding that several projects are still ongoing across the 3 senatorial districts. In his sermon titled "Christmas is God's Best Gift to You," the vicar of the church, Venerable Tolulokpe Akinwande, described Christmas as the season God gave himself to humanity through the birth of Jesus Christ. The cleric urged Christians to accept the gift of salvation and live transformed lives, while also commending Governor Abiodun for purposeful leadership and praying for a successful end of his tenure. Some residents of Ibadan took advantage of today's public holiday to visit recreation centers. Our correspondents who monitored the situation at the Zoological Garden, University of Ibadan, Agodi Gardens, and eateries reports that both children and adults in different attires were making their ways into the recreation centers to relax and have fun. Correspondent Bumi Agbola brings details.
Turnout of fun seekers, which were initially low at the Zoological Garden and Ventura Mall in the early hours of today, later witnessed gradual increase as fun seekers were seen arriving, making payments for their entrance while early arrivals were leaving. Some children at the Zoological Gardens, including Oluwayomife James and Olola James, said the visit afforded them to see the wildlife in their real nature.
Tortoise, lion, tiger, bird, peacock, giraffe, and I felt happy when I saw them. I saw giraffe, hyena, lions, elephants, peacocks, white pig. I felt like studying more on them.
I feel happy. I see many things. I'm so happy because this is fun, exciting. I'm so happy today.
They urge parents to avail their children the opportunity of the holiday to visit the zoo to further enhance their children's academic knowledge. At Agodi Garden, few fun seekers were seen arriving in groups to cool off their nerves. The turnout of fun seekers is relatively low as some are still being expected. Some of the fun seekers were seen carrying foods and drinks to a feast. Two of the fun seekers, Temitope Aloba and Mrs. Eunice Adedeji, said they decided to use the public holiday to relax, unwind and to interact with people. Also at the popular malls in the Ring Road and Dugbe areas of Ibadan, large numbers of fun seekers were seen having a good time, either shopping or enjoying various amusement park rides. Although the two popular chain supermarkets located within the malls were closed, residents still trooped to the venues to relax and celebrate the Boxing Day festivity. Some fun seekers who were visibly disappointed upon learning that the supermarkets were not open searched for alternative stores within the mall to meet their shopping needs. One of the fun seekers, Mrs. Zainab John, who came with her family to shop and have fun, said the closure of the chain supermarkets will not take the shine off the Boxing Day celebration of her and her family.
I'm here to have fun with my kids and I'm enjoying myself.
Meanwhile, traffic was light in major gridlock-prone areas of the metropolis as Radio Nigeria observed fewer vehicles on the roads in Ibadan. Olubumi Agbola, Radio Nigeria.
Today's Heart of the Matter focuses on the essence of the Boxing Day. It is written by Antonia Konjiova, Planning Unit.
26th of December, a day after Christmas, is set aside to celebrate Boxing Day across some countries of the world. The name boxing has nothing to do with the sports where two opponents punch each other with gloved fists, but a day recognized in Christendom for sharing and extending love to the needy. The day originated in the United Kingdom and represents different things to different people. For instance, some schools of thought hinged the day on the ancient practice by affluent families who used the occasion to appreciate their servants who had served them all through the year by giving them gifts wrapped in boxes. The servants in turn went back home to their families bearing these Christmas boxes to celebrate the day, which also was given to them as off days from work. Some people believed that the day originated from the practice of some churches where boxes were placed in strategic points to collect money for the less privileged on Christmas Day, and these boxes were afterwards given out to charity homes the next day, which was Boxing Day. To another school of thought, Boxing Day referred to a nautical tradition in which sailing ships set sail with sealed boxes containing money for good luck, and on arrival at their destinations, the boxes were given to a priest who opened them at Christmas and gave out contents to the poor the next day. Basically, all these school of thoughts believe that the Boxing Day message represents love and hope for the hopeless. The tradition persists today as many families and churches use the occasion to visit orphanages, old people's homes, sanatoriums, prisons and hospitals to give out gifts wrapped in boxes as a way of encouraging them and giving them a sense of belonging this season. Rather than fighting, the day connotes love. It is imperative that all embrace the spirit of brotherliness, which will help the nation to overcome some of its challenges rooted in hatred, unforgiveness, and hate speech as the new year draws near. Government and well-meaning Nigerians should use the occasion to extend love to the less privileged and those in internally displaced camps across the country. The Boxing Day, which is also known as St. Stephen's Day in many European countries, emphasized the need to sheath the sword and spread the love. This should be the paramount message on the lips and minds of Nigerians as the day is celebrated.
That script on the essence of Boxing Day was written by Antonia Kaji of Our Planning Unit and read by Feyi Shara Owumoyela. This is the world today, the stories that made the headlines. National Assembly set to regazette tax laws. Police have recovered illegal firearms in Lagos State. And still to come, Ukrainian president to meet American counterpart on peace talks, and South Korea seeks 10 years jail term for former President Yoon. Do stay with us, don't go anywhere. Thank you for staying tuned. You're still on to the news world today, reaching you on the Southwest network of Radio Nigeria. Now move to the rest of the news. The Lagos State Police commanders reaffirmed that stop and search operations remain an essential strategy in preventing crime following the recovery of an illegal firearm during a routine patrol in the state. According to a statement shared on the command's official X handle, operatives of the anti-crime unit attached to the Ashashi division developed a local-made cut-to-size double-barrel firearm along with 2 cartridges earlier this week. The operation was led by the provisional police officer as part of ongoing efforts to curb criminal activities and maintain public safety. The command emphasized that preventive policing measures like stop and search are crucial for disrupting crime and enhancing security across Lagos State. Residents have assured that sustained patrols and intelligence-led operations would continue to keep the state safe. The Nigeria Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Jigawa State commanders issued a stern warning to drug peddlers and users amid heightened patrols across the state during the Christmas season. The agency's stance comes as Christians faithful celebrate Christmas worldwide, including in Jigawa State. The agency urged residents to shun abuse in the name of festivities, vowing that anyone caught during the intensified operations would face the full wrath of the law. The public relations officer of the NDLEA Jigawa State Command, Mr. Abdullahi Wada, outlined the command's robust strategy for the festive season. The PRO stated that under the leadership of the state commander, Mr. Hassan Kabaju, the NDLEA Jigawa team is fully prepared to tackle drug and substance abuse during the Christmas period and beyond. According to the Jigawa NDLEA spokesperson, the agency's team remain on high alert, with increased patrols now sweeping through communities to deter both peddlers and users. The Ogun State Police Command has arrested 8 suspects in connection with a disturbance linked to the Democratic Republic of the Yoruba group in parts of Sango Ota. The arrests were made following allegations of breach of public peace, unlawful assembly, obstruction of traffic, and assault on public police officers. The incident reportedly occurred yesterday, Temidire Junction and the underbridge area of Songwater. Police Public Relations Officer Mr. Oluseyi Babasheyi said in a statement that members of the group allegedly barricaded roads, set bonfires, disrupted traffic, and attacked officers deployed to maintain law and order. Several items were recovered from the suspects, including a Toyota vehicle used for transportation, 2 broadcast speakers, a carton containing flags, shirts with agitation inscriptions, and banners displaying their messages and manifesto. Mr. Babashe stated further that the suspects would be arraigned in court after the conclusion of investigations. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police in Ogun State, Mr. Lanre Ogunlowo, reassured residents of the command's commitment to maintaining peace and security, warning that any actions breaching public order or targeting law enforcement officers would be met with firm and decisive measures. We now move to the foreign scene, as Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky has given a positive assessment of a conversation he led with U.S. envoys on how to end the Russia-Ukraine war. President Zelensky said the call with Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner which lasted nearly an hour, had yielded new ideas in terms of formats, meetings, and timings on how to bring a real peace closer. He added later that he would hold another meeting with President Donald Trump in the near future. South Korean prosecutors have sought a 10-year prison sentence for ex-President Yoon Suk-yeol for offenses linked to his attempt to impose martial law last year. Yoon briefly suspended civilian rule in South Korea for the first time in more than 4 decades on December 3, 2024, prompting massive protests and showdown in parliament. Since being removed from office in April by the Constitutional Court, he has faced multiple trials for actions linked to his martial law declaration. Prosecutors sought a 10-year prison term for charges including obstruction of justice after Yoon allegedly excluded cabinet members from a martial law meeting and in January blocked investors from detaining him. The Seoul court is expected to deliver a verdict in the case next month. U.S. Congressman Mr. Riley Moore has hailed recent airstrikes in northwest Nigeria as a decisive move to protect Christian communities and tackle the ongoing security crisis in the country. Speaking via his ex-handle, Mr. Moore said the strikes conducted in coordination with the Nigerian government marked off the first step to ending the slaughter of Nigerians and security crisis affecting all Nigerians. Also, angry and distressed residents in Indonesia's westmost province have been raising white flags over the state's slow response to a series of deadly floods. Report says, triggered by a rare cyclone in November, the deluge killed over 1,000 people and displaced hundreds of thousands across the highland of Sumatra. No doubt the entertainment industry has contributed greatly to Nigeria's gross domestic product (GDP) with the continuous rise of its music stars, Nollywood actors and actresses. Our correspondent Lilian Ibomo takes a look at happenings in the entertainment industry as this year winds up.
The entertainment industry has witnessed a lot of growth, especially with innovations from content creators on applications such as TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Content creation have continued to gain global recognition. The entertainment scene burst with digital growth, AI, Web3, streaming adjustments are focused on better structures and a strong music scene led by Wizkid and Burna Boy. In the box office, Nollywood actress and filmmaker Funke Akindele recorded a strong box office outing with her latest film, Behind the Scenes, which grossed 200 million naira, becoming the first Nollywood film this year to hit that mark in its opening week. Year in, year out, award of recognitions are given to outstanding ones in the entertainment industry. One of such is Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Award, Afrima.
Best Lead Actor, Okumbo, Gideon Okeke, Weekend, Buchi Franklin, Seven Doors, Femi Adebayo, Lishabi, The Uprising.
They all truly deserve to win. However, there is only one winner tonight.
And the winner is
Femi Adebayo!
Wizkid was confirmed as the most streamed Nigerian artist on Apple Music, a remarkable feat achieved without releasing new music, demonstrating his sustained cultural impact. Davido, Asake, Burna Boy, and Seyi Vibes also held top spots on the streaming charts. Spotify's 2025 Wrapped data showed that local music consumption in Nigeria rose by 82%, indicating a thriving local music ecosystem alongside global growth. The reality show Big Brother Naija gained a wide recognition in this year's edition, captioned 10/10, with the Oyo State-born Imisi Oluwa Ayanwale emerging as the winner. The national president of the Theatre Arts and Motion Pictures Practitioners Association of Nigeria, TAMPAN, Mr. Latin, attributed the growth recorded in the entertainment industry to hard work and consistency on the part of key players in the industry.
Continue to give them their respect, their well-deserved honor. The Benos, the Neosonos, the Yawanos, the Nika companies, the Baba Ototolus, Bamboye.
The entertainment industry events this year ranges from childbirths, weddings, birthdays, online dramas, divorces, and even deaths. Since the beginning to mid-year, celebrities such as Mercy Chinwo, Iyabo Ojo's daughter Priscilla Mkambala, Toke Makiwa, Anita Osora, aka Real Worry Pikin, Chizi Alichi, Georgina Ibe, Nnengi, Chika Ike all welcomed their babies. The year has been a wild ride with some of the most epic celebrity weddings that left fans and followers in awe. They include Priscilla Ojo and Juma Duke's wedding, Davido and Chioma, Mr. Easy and Temi Otedola, Eve Essin, Suleiman Mohammed, Two-Face Idibia, and Natasha Osawuru, Sean Fakwa, and Sharon Madwikwe. Lots of them also celebrated their birthdays, and among them were Funke Akindele, Rita Dominic, and the rest of them. Popular online dramas concerning music rights.
And that's the size of the entertainment news for this week. The death has occurred of a devout Muslim and community leader in Oyo State, Alhaji Lasisi Taiwo. His remains have since been buried according to Islamic rites at the age of 93. A statement by the family says the 8th-day Fidal will hold tomorrow at his residence in Molade area behind Bishop Phillips Academy off Iwo Road, Ibadan. Alhaji Lasisi Taiwo Aremu is survived by siblings, children and grandchildren. To end the news on the world today, from the stable of Radio Nigeria, here again are the day's top stories. National Assembly is set to gazette tax laws. Police have recovered illegal firearms in Lagos State. And we also told you that South Korea seeks 10 years jail term for former President Yoon. And that's it on the world today. Do join us on Monday for a fresh edition of the program. Rashida Makinde edited. My name is Olubukola Inimula, wishing you a beautiful Yuletide and do have a pleasant weekend. Just stay tuned as we link up with our network studio in Abuja for the next program.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting